Test one, two, test one, two. Hey, we back. A little late in the game, but we had to fix some settings. We on YouTube now too, so had to make sure that got that working. But today we are going to start Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, I played this game back on the Wii U back in the day. I played it, seemed like a long time, but I never got the Gundam, or whatever you call it. I never got to get the Gundam, the mech. So now we got to redeem ourselves and beat the game this time. This is just like Mario RPG. I used to play it, got all the way close to the end, but never beat it. We rectified that. Now we're gonna rectify this. So let's see what's up with the Xenoblade. Already looking more crispy than on the Wii U. Check the settings. That's a gang of setting. Oh God, did I push a button? I already messed up. Ain't nothing in here. Nothing I can tell the difference of until we get to playing. Space, the final frontier. Nintendo. Get serious. Is this a Metroid game? Is that the moon? Oh, snap. You got some tapestry out there. In space, no one can hear you scream. In the year 2000. Damn. They know they got a hit. They just hit you with the regular font. Hold up, let's turn that up. Ooh, it's a fleet. I don't remember hardly anything about this game.
July 2054 AD.
Oh, that's in a couple of years.
The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But Most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape.
Damn, cuz.
Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
Oh, shit. Select your fighter. All right. Look at this, brother. That's all can this food be? On their minute bowl. Let's make him decent height. You make him an alien. Make him pink Majin Buu. Blue Man Group. I think I'm gonna make him crazy. Let's make him something like that. Freckles. I think makes him look a little bit more real. Gotta give him a cool scar. Yeah, you don't normally see a bunch of moles. A pompadour. Okay. Yo. Is that a Karen haircut? Let's give him the man bun. Let's just give him that one. No beard. Oh, I like that. Just keep it on the darker side. That's cool. Got the cat eyes. Get some straight machines. Who did that beat? Oh, chill, chill. Let's see what kind of face paint. Can I switch the side? Look kind of Monado-ish. That's definitely a Monado. Get the Mike Tyson. Oh, I liked it. That's cool. Let's see what else.
Huh? Hey there. All right, it's on.
Huh? I'll do what I can to help.
Classic enemy voices.
We'll work well together.
Hey!
It's nice to be wanted.
Right, let's do this.
I wish I knew who these names were.
I'm off balance.
Let's do this.
Cheers. Shall we?
Huh?
Heroic rookie
Off balance.
rebel.
So, oh, So you like knocking people around? Hey!
We'll work well together, I'm sure.
Hey! Hey!
Ready? Greetings.
It's Big Robbie. Cool. What's next?
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece.
Here goes, what's her name? Alma?
Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
Here goes Alma.
Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
Oh, shoot. Forgot to name him. Hold up. Hold up, I need to confirm something. Make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. That's what I thought it was.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Passed him the heat. Alma's advice. If you're ever stumped about where to go next, be sure to check any nearby places with marked with an exclamation mark. Doing so should reveal the way for it. Of course, of course. Sprint.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you? You know, the L-002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed.
Damn.
Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves.
Oh, they go
Up
there,
to the
beat.
task?
We're gonna be hearing that beat a lot. Initiate combat by targeting the enemy, then drawing your weapon. Now, what do you say you give it a whirl, I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to experiment. Cool. Auto attacking. Select the arts. Cool. What failed?
Assault hammer!
Oh.
Down you go! Target open fire!
This it?
You're not half bad. There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know. Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Soul voice prompts are instructions suggesting or request that your party members call out in the heat of battle, successfully responding to them. Triggers various useful boons. They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. Okay. When an ally issues a soul voice prompt, arts on your palette which match the prompt's color will be highlighted. Okay, cool. If you use an art that's highlighted, you'll succeed in the prompt, and the prompt's issuer will gain some HP and receive a beneficial effect with your affinity with that ally. Okay. We found somebody. It did. But you can't jump in this game. This will be available after advancing. Oh, the jump button. Let's get to there. There's somebody on me. That sounds like some beef. Hold up. There's something over here. I'm not in the business of just ignoring stuff, but I can't even jump. Oh yeah, you can jump, my bad. Right.
All this experience just serves to make me stronger.
This is another game we gotta get all the glowies. They be having so many different collectibles. I'm like, who spend the time making all these collectibles and naming them and giving them stuff to do? It's like, dang. Oh God.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
I won't miss this
Shadow
chance.
strike. Slide.
Assault hammer!
Rifle butt.
Now, melee attack.
Oh, maybe I should wait too. Okay, got my knife out.
Reinforcements. Watch out.
Uh-oh.
This is wearing me down.
I should heal
I
up
need
first.
healing.
Do I?
Slide.
Flame grenade! Chrome armor!
Hey, this is kind of intense. That's telling me what,
This is wearing me down. I need healing. Assault hammer!
Nice.
Victory is
Move in and
ours.
do some We got it. Let's move.
oh boy, that combat there's a lot going on in that combat. I think when I last played it, I never understood the combat. Not fully. I remember Xenoblade 2, it took me to like almost the last chapter to understand the combat. 3's combat I got though. I understood 3's.
The rain's starting to let up. Just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
The dinosaurs are back.
Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
I swear I seen that scene from Jurassic Park movie.
We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home.
Somebody had that Lion King beat going.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed.
Is that the United
Watch
States?
yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Didn't I just get here? Enemies will attack you as soon as you see them, depending on if they're aggressive. Visual, field of vision. Auditory will react when you wander too close to it. If you want to reach the habitat before sundown, you need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. Sprinting is good for times when you need to get somewhere in a hurry, or when you need a break, especially out in a hairy situation. Cool. Alright. You said take the high road. The little base. Oh, boy can jump.
Sir,
Oh, it's like automatically putting a text box at the bottom. I was like, what? Yeah. Whoa. It's a little base. I'm rich already, $2,000. I don't think we can take any better.
Wear them down from a distance.
Target in sight!
Uh-oh.
Shadow strike!
I'll put some power into this one.
Enemy's destroyed. Move in and strike!
Switch to knife.
Flame grenade! We can just victory is ours.
We got it. Let's move.
Take him out.
I'm going in.
Let's see what you've got.
Flame grenade!
I put it in your head. Where'd Elma go? Oh, she back there dumping.
Move in and do some damage.
I don't like where this is.
Oh no!
If we can just topple them with gunfire. I
Shadow
don't
strike.
like where this is.
He's gonna kill me.
All this experience just serves to make me stronger.
Somebody back there rapping? I don't know if I can get used to jump being on the R button. R trigger. Oh, that dang. Carl Lewis with that jump. Oh, snaps. Yeah, we gotta go. You still after me? Good day. I think we gotta fight him. Oh no.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. Upper hand. Slide. Scream edge. Assault hammer. Move in and strike.
Take that shank. I'm just following what she say.
We're in a good position. Move in!
Slide. Shadow strike.
Edge!
Upper hand.
Chrome armor! Victory is ours.
Nice work.
Chrome armor.
Wear them down from a distance.
Target in sight. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Shadow strike.
I'll put some power into this. We're in a good
You
position.
gotta pay attention.
Move in!
Like command prompts. Am I missing? Woof.
Slide. Move in and do some damage.
Put some power into this. Well, I apologize for losing my cool just then. Use melee attacks.
Now it's my turn. Slide. Slinger. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
I'll put some power into this.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Bust his head open.
That's the tensioner. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Chrome armor.
Slide. Slinger.
Game and set.
Nice work.
You fight this herbivore. Yeah, he's a nice animal. He don't want no problems. Who that breathing? Level 22. That's to be very, very quiet. You know, who's sleeping like that? He need a CPAP. I bet he need a CPAP machine. Good. Yeah, they're heaving and breathing. Just asleep. You making all that noise just asleep. Almost to home.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Oh, shoot.
Grexes. And they're riled. We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
You ready? Man, I just woke up. The weapons you use on foot are split between melee and range. You can switch them with the X. I figured that out. Can only attack close range, tend to do more damage per hit. Can attack at range, tend to do multiple hits, but damage tends to be lower. When you use an art, you automatically switch to the weapon that art is associated with. Okay. Arts which is associated with the weapon you're currently wielding will continue to cool down even if after they are ready to use. This is called secondary cooldown. Art used at secondary cooldown will have greatly increased effects. Didn't know that.
Have to be like this.
Whoa, we got engaged.
Use melee attacks.
Who am I engaged on this guy?
This is wearing me down. I need healing. Chrome armor.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
I can't let this new strength distract me.
Well, good thing she healing me.
Shadow strike.
Flame grenade.
Yes.
Move in and do some damage. Yeah.
I'm trying to wait till the secondary cooldown.
Switch to close range combat.
We need to give her a shield.
Chrome armor.
I owe you one.
This is wearing me down.
I should heal up
I need
first.
healing.
Smushed. Smushed.
Assault hammer. Open fire.
It's true on.
He died like a roach. Belly up.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in.
You got it,
Who
boss.
knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
All right, let's go in here. Ooh, that's a jump. There's an Olympic jump. There's Piers.
Thanks.
You said I gotta use the elevator or something?
Thanks.
If you want to enter the city, you need to use the elevator at the top of the stairs. Okay. Thanks, Piers. Made it just before night. Forcibly stopped. Must be a cutscene. Here goes that anime guitar.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
Hopefully they done something about that. Nope, still bad traffic.
So it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown.
Traffic still terrible.
Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Damn.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
brave citizens of New Los Angeles. Good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home.
Was that square?
This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago,
all
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From political aide to Director General in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be Emperor by next month.
NLA and a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't
You got
need
the
those
face.
old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You
You're
got
still
the recent
colonel to me,
recruit
ma'am.
face.
No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for Best Ass Kiss goes to...
Oh, so we're gonna have to
Well,
fight
I
already.
both the names are necessary if I thought you'd listen.
This one of the survivors, ma'am?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously. Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
All right, ma'am. We should
She
be getting
cussed
back
him
to
out
work.
under her breath.
Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Let's go. New Los Angeles. Same old traffic. I forgot about that beat. I forgot about that beat. That play in the background.
Hey!
You don't even have to hit the button to talk to people. Yeah, boy. What? What's going on? Well, she pulled out like Fast and the Furious.
Damn it!
A lot of failing going on. Somebody gotta take his license.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that. The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
There's Lynn.
Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Buddy got punked. You can change active party composition from the main menu. Ooh. During rain, where their beam attack power and critical chance will be reduced. Now I gotta worry about the weather.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Greetings.
What? Is this like a drone? All right. Is this where I'm supposed to go?
Yeah? Throwing a lot of information at you. Blade Barracks.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Yeesh. I think I remember this place. Spent a lot of time in here.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My
You
thoughts
did all
exactly.
that in 2 months?
Well then, where should we begin? It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
I got questions.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new
That's a stretch.
organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
What?
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Well, all right. Whoa. So I'm starting to remember. Memories are starting to get unlocked.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Chill, Lynn.
What? You don't remember what a Skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
They called me.
So this is Mission Control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout Console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout Console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
We got jobs.
The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Let's check it out. Only thing is missing is a Be All You Can Be commercial. But he didn't do the
This street's what
tutorial.
we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Hey!
We're the future. There's a Gundam.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that. Your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
You're just waking up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused about anything, you can check the tips. I bet you'll find some info there that's relevant to your situation. Freedom is your basic textbook for surviving a mira. We did it. We did the tutorial. It only took an hour and 20 minutes. Let's head back to base.
Hey!
Looks like he was watching some TV. What's he watching, Martin?
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Always a Vandam.
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
as he put it.
He just do an impression.
The commander does
I thought
have
he
a
was
way with
serious.
words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone.
You force him.
Well, friend?
The game is force you. Even if I said no,
Do your part?
it'd be like game over. Hey, look, I hit refuse. Look what happened. See?
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll
I
begin training.
knew you'd make the right choice.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
All right, Liam.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
That's a Wii U
Expanding that
tablet.
grid, filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
How am I gonna do this without a Wii U tablet? Alright, I gotta take a little break, but I'll be back. A bathroom break, snack break, and we'll be back. Okay. We back. We just got the info dump. I think we're at, we got past the info dump.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally.
Then just say it.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
And take one of those Back to the Future cars over there. Who is Eleonora? This is Eleanor Blade Support League. Here to tell you that all the segments. Here to tell you that the segment feature on your map is now available for use. It is displayed on your handheld comm device. A useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure of where you are, what to do. Who back there singing? Oh, good. It's it's an encyclopedia Britannica of tips, information. My goodness. This is the lore book.
I can't let this new strength distract me.
L and Y. No, that's R. Oh. I can't see you. I remember that. I must have heard that a million times. I can't see you. Shoot the probe. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. It's a big old dinosaur. It looks like 5 different animals putting them on. Uh-oh. You gotta stay away from this. Well, they sleeping in the middle of the road. Uh-oh. Well. What's them boys called? Gonzalez or something? Oh, they did.
What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Senicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Senicula.
Think about it. Your typical Simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Senicula, right? Usually we'd find one Simius standing over 3 or 4 Senicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned.
Who do what?
And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Senicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Senicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
And we not about to attack nothing?
Is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great. But if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory.
Ain't I level 1?
As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Shouldn't I at least level up first? Let's take a look. We gotta read this stuff. TP is for skills. It says regular old combat knife. Attack value 10. Why wouldn't I use this? Combat assault rifle. Photo assault rifle. ZR to compare. It's the exact same gun. Minus 15 gravity resistance. Minus 5. They got me rocking minus 5 stuff. What's going on? All right. I don't know if I understand. Stats. All right, geared up. Fashion gear. Oh, the old outfit, purely for cosmetic purposes. Can I buy any? Don't understand. I don't have a clue. Soul voices. No idea. That's for when you get deeper into the game. We need to save. Think you can take me? Aim your attacks at a particular part of your enemy, reducing appendage health gauge to 0 will destroy it. I get rewards too. All right.
Didn't have to
Oh
be like
shit!
this.
Wear them down from a distance.
I've got your cover fire.
Shadow strike.
Hit him in the leg.
Hey!
Wow!
Now get in there!
Now it's
Come on. Beating on that leg, beating on that leg.
Now, if we can just tickle them with gunfire.
Gunfire. Is that a topple? I think we got the leg. Oh, I'm down.
Shadow strike.
Come on, gang.
Now, melee attacks. I'm off balance. Scream edge. Nice. Move in.
They almost got him.
This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it. Early burn.
Come on, gang.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Come on, gang. It was so close. Oh my God, we gotta go all the way back here. It's a cold game. Oh. I might need to do some leveling up.
Hey. Yes?
All right. I don't know how you heal. I just know that that ramp thing randomly pops up.
Wear them down from a distance.
I've got your cover fire. Shadow strike. Wild down. Topple them. Close in. Slide.
Flame grenade.
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Victory is ours.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
There we go. Now we got art. You should have been studying your arts.
Oh, what? They've seen us.
Use melee attacks.
Now it's my turn.
Fire carnival.
Assault hammer. Down you go. Open fire.
What's this move?
Melee attacks.
Taunt? Know what I look like taunting?
An edge. We're in a good
Leave this
position.
to me.
Move
Let
in.
me lay into it.
Victory is ours.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Yeah, we just gotta do a little leveling up. I wanna make a fool of myself again.
Oh, what? They've
Don't go.
seen us.
Use melee attacks.
Now it's my turn.
I don't know.
That's how you taunt. Shoot up in the air.
Assault hammer.
Some damage.
Chrome armor. An edge. We're in a good position. Move in. I don't like this.
Oh!
Hit them while they're still looking.
Early burn. They're tough. Touch me up.
Oh, they gonna kill him?
Now, melee attacks. Upper hand.
I'm cooked.
This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it.
Fire carnival.
One more hit.
It's my fault for taunting. I don't know why they gave him that skill. If I die again, I'll buy some stuff. I do remember back when I was playing this on the Wii U. I do remember dying a lot.
Wear them down from a distance.
I've got lightning fire.
Shadow strike. Now get in there.
Let me lay into it.
An edge.
Wild down. And it's dead.
Flame grenade.
Gonna lay it.
Shot him on the blow.
That's it.
I owe you.
Move in and strike.
Game ends.
We got it. Let's move.
Okay, side slash.
Use melee attacks.
Shadow strike.
Yes. Hit him again
Side
for me.
flash.
Fire particle.
I'll make sure to leave a dent.
Green edge.
Think you want to shoot him with that when they on the flow.
Target in sight.
An edge. We're in a good position. Move in.
Lay into it.
Victory is ours.
Nice work.
I'm going in.
Locked and loaded.
Shadow
Wild
strike.
snake.
An edge. We're in a good position.
Now.
Move in. Assault hammer. Down you go. Open fire.
Side flash.
What?
Just
Apologize for losing
self-destruct.
control just then.
You call that losing your cool? That's not even a .1 on the Vandom scale.
Yeah, why is she clowning on me? I don't even know what level I am. 5. This is Back to the Future car. In the year 2000.
What?
Just need to take on a couple of more beasts. Not no level 8 though. Let's get these level 5s.
Wear them down from a distance.
Target in sight.
We got a 2.
Shadow strike.
An edge.
Oh,
Side flash. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
I'll put some power into this one. Flame
Green
grenade.
edge.
Victory is ours.
Let's keep it up.
so you get health back by using arts. Don't nobody like that buzzing sound.
Wear them down from a distance.
Target in sight. Shadow strike. Side
Put some
flash.
power into this one.
Yes. Hit him again for me.
I'll make sure to leave a dent.
It's almost like you should have a mouse for this game.
No, I can't
He's
move.
dead.
Burn. Slide.
An edge. Now, if we can just topple them with gunfire.
Side
Victory
flash.
is ours.
Nice work.
All right. Let's check our. Let's see, I got something new. Oh, whoa. I can't tell if this is better. It says power rating is like this. Power rating is lower, but the total melee attack is higher. I don't know. Studio costs money. Check the... Check the odds. Just wanted to see if I unlocked something. Oh, I can upgrade it. Okay. I figured it out. Can I get something called side slash? Oh, that was her. Did I upgrade her stuff? It takes from the pool. Just one big pool of upgrade points. All right. Now let's take another stab at it.
Wear them down from a distance.
Shadow strike, I'm off balance.
Chrome armor!
Side slash.
Infuriate! This is improving. It's time!
Early bird. Move in and keep the rhythm going. I owe you one.
Chrome armor!
Upper hand. Side slash. Pendant destroyed. Move in and strike.
Hey!
Sliding. Fire carnival.
An edge! This is wearing me down.
Just want to get this leg.
Shadow strike.
Oh, I missed it.
Side slash. We're up against a big target. Buff up now. Slide.
I owe you.
And do some damage. Shadow strike.
What happened to him?
Slide. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Put some power into this. We're in a good position. Move in!
We did it. I don't know how.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
You got it.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
I don't have a Wii U tablet. I can't do it.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
Sounds like it's gonna be a horde mode.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
I'm Lava Pathfinder. If we're gonna grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. Plant one. Simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. Segment Recon shows details of the tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category shows its own icon. Resolving these increase your survey rate. Resolving. If there's a segment recon task still to address in your current location, the yellow hexagonal area will be displayed on your map. Okay, I think we got it. Tyrant 25, level 25. Vehicle wreckage. Alien wreckage. We need to go back to base. Pretty sure there's fast travel, but I don't think I unlocked it yet. Why does this place have a band? Whoops.
Commander Vandam.
There he goes.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. You all excuse me? Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Please.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Buddy is getting really disrespectful.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place.
You definitely from America?
Install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty: protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigen that moves.
And you've got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions.
Sheesh.
Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
I don't think it matters that much. You just switch.
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
All right. You're officially a Blade now. Congrats. Becoming one grants you to a variety of services, including the shop terminal, AM terminal, mission control, and more. Some services are still off limits at the moment, but we'll get back to those later. Ever wish you could zip straight back to the place you visited? Well, that's why we have fast travel. It allows you to instantly return to significant landmarks as well as any Frontier Navi sites that have data probes installed. Just access the map to use it. 2. Arms manufacturers support us on the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear. And by utilizing their services, we can support them too. Head to the AM terminal in the Armory alley to learn more about working with AMs to make new gear. Some missions, affinity missions. Cool. Quest, basic missions. Blaze reports are a communication tool that residents of Mirror use to share useful information. Oh my goodness, info dump. Well, I think that's a good place to quit. We got past most of the tutorials. And tomorrow we can really start playing some, doing some combat and some missions and stuff. I do realize this is a Xenoblade game, so the tutorials are actually, the entire game is a tutorial. Well, we got some quests out here too. Yep. Alright, well, thanks for falling in. Thanks for watching. And I will be back tomorrow. Peace.